Content warning. This is a horror game and not intended for all audience. Please visit our website if you need a specific list of content warnings. This also contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions causes motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues, you can disable them in game's preferences.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you really going to turn down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart.
Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. We're back to the cage route.
You collapse to the floor, everything goes dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Yeah, we'll see about that.
In the last episode we got to the cage route, but I wasn't feeling very satisfied about how it ended, so I'm going to do a more experimental route this time.
This is different. This is new.
Also, I did test to see if there's any difference in approaching the mirror before bringing it up, and no, there's nothing new, sorry.
It's worse is what it is.
We're finally starting to see reality for what it is. This place is a prison, and she's not the only inmate.
You're acting like reality is this static thing. But this world is constantly changing around us. How can you be so sure that you aren't breathing the prison into existence? That by feeling the walls closing in on you, that's exactly what they do.
What a crock of pretentious bullshit. Reality is as solid as the ground beneath our feet. And if we just examine it, if we apply enough scientific rigor, if we think hard enough, we'll find a way out of here for good. Don't you see? We're already making progress. And what if looking at it is enough to make it change? Where does that leave us?
Schrodinger's cat?
It leaves you exactly where you are right now, and presumably exactly where you've been before. I'll spare you my full introduction, since you've clearly already heard it at least once, but I would like to remind you that the people in my world are living, breathing, suffering entities, and not pawns for you to sacrifice in pursuit of some vague truth.
Should we talk about how we have the blade? We never started with the blade before.
Huh. I hadn't actually noticed.
Holding it's starting to feel natural, isn't it?
Of course it feels natural. We've had it with us every time. We've made it part of us.
Okay, so let's have a look at the memories tab for the cage. A vicious cycle framed in chain. A peace offering? You give me your implement. The thing we leave behind at the edge of freedom, it's called... All that just to take it all away. So I'm guessing that this is either us stabbing her or us actually dropping her head off the cliff. I cut myself free.
Don't be weird. It's just a tool, not some mystical object. Though starting with it feels like an indication that we're on the right track.
This is strange. You're not supposed to start with the blade. It says right here that you're supposed to find it at the cabin. Oh well, I suppose that doesn't make much sense anyway. It's better if you start with a weapon, so this is probably for the best.
I'm not taking the blade again. Toss your weapon into the woods.
Are you serious? The blade is your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do things right. We can't toss it. It's the only way we can protect ourselves. It's an extension of us, and we shouldn't go around throwing our pieces away.
He's right. Weird, but right. Don't you dare.
Toss the blade.
Are you even listening to me? Does my opinion count for nothing? We're never getting out of here if you don't listen. I'm intervening. We're not tossing the blade.
Damn it. I'm in charge. I say we're tossing the blade. You had your chance last time. We all saw how that worked out for us.
Too bad. This is a mutiny.
Hey, you can't just do that. We're not supposed to be able to make our own decisions.
Good luck with that. I've got backup this time, haven't I?
Wait a minute, I skipped a lot. It's a good thing that we have this autosave, don't we?
Too bad. This is a mutiny.
Hey, you can't just do that. We're not supposed to be able to make our own decisions. What if I stop you? Maybe I can make choices too.
Good luck with that. I've got backup this time, haven't I?
Yeah, alliance of convenience. We're not throwing it away. It's important. Hey, what are you... Are you serious? That's no fair. Let me go. Sorry, has to be done.
Are you seriously not letting me toss it? Real mature. When this goes sideways, it's on YouTube. Fine, then I guess we're keeping it. I saw this on Reddit. Unfortunately, I also saw on Reddit... I think I know where the route that I've been looking for is, and it makes sense why I haven't been able to find it again. It's hidden in the Beast route. Actually, is that what it's called? Yeah, the Beast. So we have to backtrack to there. Fine, then I guess we're keeping it.
Great. Was that so hard? We need to keep our wits sharp.
Yes, you've made the right choice. The blade is the only control we have in this world. Yes, great. Now, will you get to the cabin already? In case you've forgotten, the princess, the fate of the entire world, etc., etc.
Are we sure we even need to slay her? She cut her own head off last time.
She... what? Why would she ever do that? She's not supposed to be suicidal. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Something that I considered might make a difference if we make it to another route is, what happens if we don't tell her that she's supposed to end the world and then trigger the tower route? Because every time I've gone into there, it's been with, oh, well, I've told her you're supposed to end the world. And she brings it up. And it just makes me wonder, maybe that's why she seems to be so much more powerful, because she thinks that she has that sort of power? And we tell her that she has that sort of power? Maybe that's how you get the will... That's how you get it through without any weapons? But that said, we have actually exhausted everything in her routes there. So I'm not sure whether I will be backtracking there.
More importantly, if she did cut her own head off, why are you here? You shouldn't have died. You should be enjoying your reward.
We killed ourselves, obviously. You were insisting that we were happy, but we knew we weren't. We could see right through you. Yeah, what he said. We weren't about to be stuck somewhere being fed non-stop bullshit forever. We want answers. We weren't gonna find them in your fake little paradise.
There are no answers to find. If she was dead, then that was it. That was the solution. All you managed to do was reset the board. And you put the pieces back all wrong while you were at it. This is probably worse for you, if I had to guess.
Ha! So there is a board.
Well, what's done is done, and you're here now. There's no use arguing. Just get to the cabin and settle this. Try not to kill yourself this time.
No way out but through. Let's get to her.
You stand at the edge of a cliff. An abyss yawns beneath you, empty and endless. The only path forward, a rusted metal bridge. The cabin looms on its far side. I think you already know what waits for you within. It's like the world itself doesn't want us to reach her.
There's nothing to find out here. Time to check in with the missus.
I'm going to pretend you didn't just call her that.
Proceed to the cabin.
Every surface of the cabin is draped in chains, the air filled with the mock birdsong of metallic clinks. Where there should be walls, you can see only endless ropes of metal, with hooks dangling from their ends. A fitting cage for a monster destined to end the world. There's nothing for you to do but step forward into the basement. You already have your weapon. Your objective awaits.
Huh. That mirror's back again. Why?
What mirror? There is no mirror. The only thing of note here is the door to the basement.
It clearly serves some purpose, but what? Is there something about us we're supposed to see? Can it be a tool of some kind? Or is it a distraction, something meant to confuse us?
Can we please stop talking about the mirror? I'd rather not spend more time in this room than I have to. It's creepy.
Okay, taking a quick save about here. Do I have any more other slots I could use? Yes, I do. And it does have a lot of screenshots that tell us exactly what's in the location, so it'll be easy to find. We need to put down a save because we need to find some way to break the cycle in...
You step out onto the floor. Or what should have been a floor.
Yeah.
Should have been? Yes, unfortunately. You realise too late that there is no floor beneath the metal. There is only a loose web of chains suspended over some unseen space. An unseen space that you are now rapidly plummeting through.
Nothing's solid here, is it? It's all just a shifting mass waiting for us to drop our guard.
Your fall is suddenly, painfully halted as rusty chains pull taut against your skin, their hooks digging into your muscle. You find yourself suspended in what appears to be a vast, dark space. The glinting of yet more chains merely hinting at its full dimensions. You dangle a few feet off the bare concrete floor. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Always has to get back to that line, doesn't he?
As your eyes adjust to your new surroundings, you make out a figure standing in the gloom, obscured in shadow. She watches you with the stillness of the grave.
Easy now. We don't know what sort of situation we're dealing with. We should let her make the first move. Let observation give us an advantage.
Why the hell did you cut your head off?
But you are met with only silence, save for the creaks and groans of metal as it sways in the stale air around you. The hooks slowly shift in your skin, the pain coming in waves as you continue to dangle helplessly.
I continue to hate this scene with the hooks. Happily Ever After is emotionally painful, but this one is definitely the most visually painful because you just stay here with so... Red is the only colour in this game, and that's because it's the blood.
What if the chains don't have to be real? What if they aren't real? They feel plenty real to me. Yeah, it would be nice if we could just tell ourselves the chains aren't lodged in all our joints and they'd magically go away, but I'm afraid that's wishful thinking. Well, maybe wishful thinking is what we need. Maybe they're real, but maybe we can cut through them.
It's worth a try.
Try to cut yourself free.
You clumsily rotate the blade in your palm, pressing it against the chains lodged in your wrist.
And it slices through them, right? Right?
Yeah, what he said. It slices through.
Now hold on. Let's not rush to conclusions. How would that ever work? It just does?
It doesn't.
Maybe the only reason it isn't working is because someone doesn't believe we can do it. They're metal chains, and nothing we've done has worked so far. Maybe if you gave me a good reason to believe we should try again, I'd believe it was worth trying again. But until then, I'm going to believe our eyes. This isn't getting us anywhere. You should believe it because you should. We don't have anything better to do.
Maybe they're rusty. He did say they were rusty, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? All right, I'm game. We cut again.
You bring your blade against the chains again, and this time, you manage to cut into the metal. Its hook remains embedded in your flesh, but your arm falls from the mass of chains, free from the princess's bindings.
Yes!
Will you look at that?
Worked. And why shouldn't the rest be the same then?
But before you can make much progress, the princess takes a step forward. As she moves, the heavy chains shift, tightening and tearing at your flesh, your joints screaming in agony as the rusted hooks dig deeper. Stars dance in your eyes as the chain wrapped around your neck threatens to choke you. As your vision comes back into focus, your eyes fall on the body of the princess, finally emerged from the shadows. The body of the princess is a weird way to describe a person. It's only accurate. The form in front of you is a body, draped in raiments of chains, her head dragging along behind her in an iron cage. The head stares up at you but says nothing, and the chains squeeze ever tighter.
Just keep going. She's a head in a cage. We're not going to be able to talk our way out of this. The only thing we can do is keep soaring our way to freedom.
Keep cutting.
Yes, the links are weak. They can't handle the strain.
No, not
Isn't
that one.
right?
It'll be your neck next.
You know, it's rather annoying for you to dictate what I'm going to say next.
But is that what happens? Do the links break?
Yes. Luckily for you, they were too thoroughly rusted to hold much longer. Your other arm breaks free. The body takes another step towards you, the chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
Someone hasn't watched Tarzan.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
She won't kill us if we just keep cutting. We just have to get our neck free.
Cut yourself free.
You continue your efforts, furiously working to sever the chain strangling your neck.
Look at you scurry. As if anything you do is going to change the outcome. Don't you get it? This is all the same. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again, but you've almost sawn through the first layer of links.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward as the first links break, but the pressure on your neck is becoming unbearable.
Come on, come on, come on.
You give me your implement.
As the words leave her mouth, your blade slices through the final chains. You come crashing down. Well, at least we're not being strangled anymore.
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? We give her our implement.
Yeah? What of it?
This whole thing's been a riddle. Blade, heart, now.
The pieces fall into place. For every permutation there is a pattern, and when the pattern is learned, the illusion dissolves. But was the pattern always there, or are you the ones who wrote it in the sand? The writers must follow their own script. Give her your implement.
Blade flashing, you rush towards the princess.
Ah. You're the guys who kept fighting her.
Her body continues its slow march towards you, never changing course even as you sink your weapon into its heart. Its hand wraps around yours, its flesh cold and its grip firm. But it does not try to wrench itself free. It instead drives the blade deeper into its own chest.
I cut myself free.
The body collapses to its knees, and as it crumples, life seeming to leave it at last, the door of the cage creaks open. The head of the princess tumbles out. Congratulations! It would seem that you actually managed to see this through. All that's left is to watch her perish.
This is different. Maybe I got the pattern wrong. Or maybe I finally got it right.
We did it. We figured it out. We won. Why don't I feel like it means anything?
I just feel bad. It's not much of a victory, is it?
There's definitely a trick to this.
I don't think there is such a thing for us. At least, not here. This was just another trap. No matter what we do, we just keep losing ground.
I'm cold, but I think that's good. I think I can finally rest.
Let's keep toying around with the scene.
You step up. Should have been.
Let's see what happens if we try to attack her.
As you attempt to move, the princess takes a slow step forward. As your vision comes, the body, it's only the head. You try to move your arm, but do little more than the body takes another step towards.
I don't think she's happy.
I don't want to. We're stuck. This was all.
Drop the blade.
You're a step ahead of me. That means you finally get it. I'm happy for you. I really am. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same.
The body steps forward.
You come to me.
The body steps forward.
You give me your See? You already did that one.
You begin to black out.
I cut myself free.
She's not insane, is she? No, she's just right. It's all been the same. The whole time, it's all been the same. We never had a say.
I didn't want to take the blade with me. I was forced to.
So you understand exactly how unfair this all is. Give in with me. None of this is up to us.
She steps forward yet again. I don't think we can hold on to you much longer. How many times will we have to do this? I'm tired.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
You're unable to take action, unable to defend yourself, unable to even look around as the princess's body steps towards you, one slow, rhythmic step after another. Swoops down to pick you up and then... Shadow rises.
And now, the cut. See?
There has to be a way through this.
Step out. Should have. Yes, unfortunately. You realise too...
You give me your implement. A peace offering. The thing we leave behind. So you can come back too.
You are met with only silence. What if the chains don't...
They feel plenty real.
Well, maybe it's worth it.
Let's try silence.
The princess takes a slow...
Actually, no. Let's back all the way back to here and try silence.
You step out onto the...
Wait for her to make the first
The
move.
princess takes a slow step forward. As your vision comes back into focus, it's only the head.
Remain silent.
You sure we don't want to say anything?
No, that's great. It's smart. We can't think our way out of this if we're talking.
We're just wasting time. She has the complete upper hand, and we're just letting ourselves tangle here until she's done with us. Then what do you think will happen? Do you want to die again?
Quiet. You're not helping. I can do this. I just need to concentrate.
The body takes another step towards you. The chains around you tightening, the hooks boring deeper into your flesh. They constrict dangerously around your throat. You find it harder to breathe.
I don't think she's happy you're here. But what do I know? I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices. At least not any that matter.
I don't want to die like this. I don't want to die like this. Somebody do something before she kills us. Please. We're stuck here. What are any of us supposed to do? Reason with her? I don't think she's acting rationally. I think she's lost it. This was all doomed from the start, wasn't it?
Silence. Then maybe you finally get it. Everything we witness is just another shade of the same endless cycle. I wake up in chains.
The body steps forward. Your bindings tighten again.
You come to me, knife in hand.
The body steps forward. The pressure on your limbs is becoming unbearable.
You give me your implement.
The pressure is finally too much. Your fist unfolds as your joints swell with trapped blood, and your pristine blade tumbles helplessly to the ground.
I cut myself free.
Say nothing.
It would be so much easier if you just gave in with me.
She steps forward yet again, and the chains dig into you, your nerves screaming, your heart pounding, your lungs desperate for air. I don't think we can hold on to you much longer. How many times will we have to do this? I'm tired.
Yeah, if we don't get anything new this time, we're moving on to Omni Princess.
This is all getting so predictable, isn't it? Pop.
Man, why is it that we always drop that knife and yet our body picks it up?
And now, the cut. See? You only ever...
I didn't let go, you ripped my head off. Say nothing?
Look at us go. Aren't we beautiful? It's all going to come to a head soon. Head. I guess I'll see you next time.
Man, what is it that I'm doing wrong here? I'm legit not sure. Because there's clearly some more stuff to this here, but I've tried. The one thing left that I might be able to do differently would be to try and leave at the start, but
It's cold. But that's always been us, hasn't it? Cold isn't bad.
alright, so we'll have a word with the Omni Princess, I guess. Although it's entirely possible that this is the end of our route because I legit lose track of how many times we go through these. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave because memory returns. No exit. Remain stuck between the walls of a pattern in a steely cage. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a body that convinced herself she was only a set of eyes. She will make for a watchful heart. Do not mourn her. She is now what she wished that she could be.
I really wish I could have figured out another way through this one. Don't tell me, did I... I played through the whole episode with the music volume off. Sorry about that. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, but they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you've died. Alright, so... An open heart or a watchful one?
You're on a path in the woods. And at
But
the end of
yeah,
that path is a
now
cabin.
I'm going to go chase
And in the basement
down
of that cabin is
the
a
route that I've
princess.
heard a lot about. So until then guys, take care, I'll see you all around.